gone over how you can develop a relationship with the media. And remember that those are ongoing. You are continuously building relationships with the media. So keep that in mind. Now, there are a couple of rules to pitching that you guys have to follow. So, email, 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 email. It is the most convenient way for you to reach out to the media. It's the most responsive way because even if you call them, which we're going to get into that in a second, but even if you call them, you still have to follow up with an email so that they know, that you guys have a conversation and they have the talking points and are able to kind of follow along with your story idea. So it is always best that you pitch in the morning hours so that your email is at the top of their inbox. That way you can filter through the clutter. That way you don't have to worry about getting lost in the sauce. And plus you're already going to have an amazing subject line. So you're good to go, but make sure that you pitch them in the morning. So take a look at your media list. Figure out how many outlets are on there. If you have 30 outlets total, I want you to take the first 5 to 10 outlets and reach out to them in 1 week. Okay? Reach out to them in 1 week. If you get responses, awesome, 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 and congratulations. But 9 times out of 10, you will not get responses the first time. But that's okay because a huge part of this is following up with the media. So, in order for you to follow up effectively, make sure that you always have something new. So I'll give you an example. With my hair client, Desired Extensions, a lot of times if no one picks up the personal brand story, I will ask the editors if they want to do a review. Why? Because if they didn't get the first aspect of me pitching the personal brand, I know that I can sell them on doing a feature if I'm like, hey, I'll send you some hair. So make sure that it is something new whenever you are following up. Now, here's the rules of following up. I will typically follow up with the press about 2 times. After that, I will move on to finding another contact that I can pitch to. Why? Because I know that editors have deadlines. They have a ton of, story ideas that they're already filtering through, and that person may not be able to get to my email at that time. It's okay. That doesn't mean that you have to stop pitching, whatever publication it is. That just means that you have to figure out another way to get press. So, now that you know to pitch in the morning and you know to follow up, you also want to keep in mind your startup rate, right? So if you're just now starting out, you may not want to go straight to CBS This Morning or Good Morning America. You may just want to start with local blogs or with being a guest contributor, writing guest posts. Figure out what's going to work for you and your brand. This is not a sprint, it's a marathon. So don't be afraid if you miss your press wish list or those that you really, really want to be featured in the first time around because you are building on this. This is something that happens over time, just like your relationships are built over time. So take your time with this. Know that you're going to increase your sales. Know that you're going to increase your visibility. Know that you being the awesome and amazing creative that you are, you can't lose, but definitely don't beat yourself up if you don't hear from someone the first day that you pitch them because this is a process. It is indeed a process. Now, if I am pitching someone and it's urgent, I will email them and follow up with a phone call. Now, phone pitching is a little bit different. I would advise that if you're pitching via phone, you have a script in front of you that has all of your key points because you will only have a 1 to 1 minute 30-second window to pitch the media via phone because they're busy and it's hard to catch people on the phone. So what you want to do is make sure, like we said earlier with your media list, put the phone number of the publication. Now, if you're pitching a national publication, the phone number that you have is going to be in the newsroom, and typically that person will transfer you to the correct contact. If you do not have the correct contact, you want to make sure that you, again, go back and do your homework. Because if they put you in touch with the wrong person, then it's not going to make your pitch the most effective that it can possibly be. So, we'll get into the art of phone pitching on our live call, but you definitely can use it as a means for you to still reach the people that you want to reach in a timely manner. And of course, you always want to keep track of your responses, of who you followed up with, what they said, and what the response was.